You can't get to a different destination with the same route. If you want something that's different, you have to do something that's different. Think different. Build different. What does that mean? You must understand what you want to achieve before you can find the path to get there. And then you have to be willing to take that path, even if it's not the one that everyone else would take. Here's how I think about this concept and why it matters. One of my favorite movies is The Dark Knight. It's funny because I still remember sitting in the theater back in 2008 when I first saw it and thinking how awesome it was. And now, over 13 years later, I'm still thinking about it. The Joker made an iconic line in the movie. He said, "Why so serious?" And the character was obviously a psychopath. But I wonder, were we all just a little bit like him? Because at some point we choose to see the world seriously, or we choose to find humor in everything, including ourselves. I used to be very serious about many things, but I guess life got a little less serious once I realized that no matter how seriously I took life, it was never going to take me seriously. If you look up the definition of serious, it means 1.1 of a very important, critical, or sad nature. Or 2, not joking or laughing. If you look at these two definitions, it seems like being serious might be viewed as a positive thing. For example, being serious about your craft or job or business is usually seen as a good thing. But when you start taking yourself too seriously, that's when it becomes toxic. How do you know when you're being too serious? Well, here are a few signs. No. 1, you take criticism personally. When someone criticizes you, do you think they're redoing it because they hate you? Or do you think they might be doing it because they actually care about you and want to help? See, people who care about you will be more direct with their feedback. They won't hold back because they know you'll be able to take it. People who don't care about you, they'll gossip about you behind your back and try to make you feel bad about yourself. So the next time someone criticizes you, ask yourself, do they have my best interest in mind? If they do, then maybe you're not taking yourself too seriously. No. 2, you focus on outcomes. Outcomes are important. I get that. But if you're only focused on outcomes, then you're missing the entire point of living. Life is about the journey, not just the destination. Yes, I know again, another cliche. But hey, sometimes the old sayings are the ones that are true. Listen, I've met a lot of entrepreneurs in my lifetime, but I found that most of them fall into 2 categories. Either they read the kind of person who is always worried about the outcome, or they read the kind of person who says they not worried about the outcome. But you can tell by their actions that they really are. Here's the truth. You can prepare for an outcome by focusing on the process. When you obsess over the outcome, you become anxious and stressed out. When you focus on the process, you enjoy each step along the way. So which kind of person are you? You find joy in the small things in life? Or are you always looking ahead to the next big thing? Number 3, you need to be right. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had an argument where you were trying to convince someone that you rewrite and they were trying to convince you that they rewrite? And then after the conversation ended, you both agreed to disagree? Let me ask you another question. Is either one of you wrong? No, of course not. Both of you were right. Because that's the thing about being right. There's no such thing as being absolutely right. This is something I've talked about in other videos. Your beliefs shape your thinking. Your thinking shapes your actions. Your actions create your reality. If you believe you're right, then you will experience life through the lens of being right. If you believe you're wrong, then you will experience life through the lens of being wrong. Now, does that mean you shouldn't stand up for what you believe in? No, what it means is that you should be open to hearing other points of view. Don't let your ego prevent you from learning from others, because the truth is, we don't know everything. And if we think we do, then we stop learning. We stop growing. And honestly, that's pretty sad. So how do you unlearn all this toxicity of taking yourself too seriously? Well, here are a few ideas. Number 1, make more time for laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. Okay, I know you've heard it before, but it's true. Research shows that laughter reduces stress and tension, strengthens your immune system, and improves your mood. So make more time for laughter. Watch a comedy show. Go to a comedy club. Watch funny videos on YouTube. Hang out with funny friends. Whatever it takes to laugh more. No. 2, focus on the process. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but it's worth repeating. Focus on enjoying the journey, not just the destination. Be present in the moment. Appreciate what you have right now. Stop worrying about what could go wrong. Stop worrying about what might happen in the future. Instead, focus on what you can control today. Be present in the moment and enjoy it. No. 3. Ask yourself, am I holding on too tightly to my beliefs? Our beliefs can become a crutch. It's easy to cling to them for dear life, because they give us a sense of comfort and familiarity. But sometimes we have to let go of our beliefs and be willing to consider other points of view. That doesn't mean you have to change your beliefs, but it does mean that you should be open to hearing other perspectives. Think different. Build different. When you think different, you see the world differently. When you see the world differently, you can build something different. Here's the thing. Most people want to build something different, but they refuse to think different. They say things like, I wish there was a better solution, or I wish things could be different. Well, wishing for something doesn't make it happen. If you want to build something different, you have to start by thinking different. You have to be willing to see the world in a different way. A famous quote says, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. In other words, if you keep doing things the same way, you'll keep getting the same results. If you want different results, you have to do things differently. Okay, now I want to hear from you. Are you taking yourself too seriously? If so, what are you going to do to change it? Also, do you agree that if you want to build something different, you have to think different? Let me know in the comments below. And finally, what does the phrase think different, build different mean to you? I love reading your comments, so please take a moment to share your thoughts. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. It helps a lot. If you're new here, subscribe and join the family. I post new videos every single week and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Thanks for watching. Bye.